Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Cereal Review, the show where I review cereal for you. And first off, I must apologize that I haven't really been uploading consistently lately. I've just been really busy, and I was also quite sick recently, so that kind of put a damper on a lot of things. But I am feeling better now, and this is something I wanted to get out for Easter because I got it just for this. I also apologize that my hair looks all messed up. I seem to have lost my comb all of a sudden right before I did this. That's really unfortunate. Just another thing on top of everything that's going on. But anyways, enough of that. Just apologies in advance. But yes, for Easter, I have gotten Peeps cereal to try because I figure it's fitting, you know. This is the one time of year that Peeps get heavily pushed, advertised a bunch. Not such a big fan of them anymore. When I was little, I did quite like them, but they're just too much for me nowadays. You know, it's just a big marshmallow with a bunch of sugar on it. I'd rather have other things. I'd rather just have a chocolate rabbit or something. But yeah, Peeps cereal though. It, by the looks of it, just appears to be like just basic marshmallow cereal with some normal cereal pieces. That's probably what I'm just expecting to taste out of all of this. So I don't think it's gonna be anything too special, but is it going to have a little bit of a different taste to the cereal pieces is what I'm wondering. I think the marshmallows are probably just going to be regular Lucky Charm style cereal marshmallows. You know, they're kind of hard and chalky almost when they're dry, but then once you have the milk with them, and it softens up a bit and all of that. But the pieces, they look like, you know, Cheerio pieces. Maybe they'll look more like Fruit Loops in size when it comes out. We'll have to see. But what does that taste like? Who knows, really? Because it says here on the side it's a corn flour blend for the cereal. So it's mostly a corn cereal and sugar, marshmallows, just straight up marshmallows there. But I don't really see anything specific on here. It just says natural and artificial flavors. Not much to expect on how the cereal is going to taste. That's the thing I'm most interested in. So let's go give this a shot. In the spirit of Easter. Oh, yes, these are much more like Fruit Loop size pieces by the looks of it. Much bigger than Cheerios. Let's go bring out a little bit. And the marshmallows are a lot smaller than I was expecting. That is definitely a surprise. So that's the marshmallow. You know, there's the bunnies and the chicks by the looks of things. And there's a cereal piece. The marshmallows I thought were gonna be way bigger than this, but they're very tiny. They're almost smaller than Lucky Charms marshmallow pieces by the looks of it. That's quite odd. And one other thing that I noticed off the bat, you're not gonna see this through the video obviously, but the smell. It smells like a Rice Krispie treat. You know, when you have something with the melted marshmallows binding it together, it has that very distinct scent to it. That's what this smells like, which is not what I expected either, but pleasant surprise, I suppose. Maybe it'll taste kind of like a Rice Krispie treat altogether. I would actually kind of like that. I think that could be quite good, so we'll have to give that a shot. But first, as always, let's try it dry. Just a regular cereal piece first, then we'll try the marshmallow. Wow, that like just crumbled and dissolved into nothing really fast. That's very odd. I don't see that much happening in cereal pieces. Usually, like even with a Cheerio or a Fruit Loop, you gotta put a little bit of effort into chewing it a little bit. But this kind of just dissolves as you're eating it. It's very strange. It does have a little bit of a marshmallow taste, but that's about it. No, nothing else to it. So I wonder with the milk if that'll make that taste a little bit different. But nothing too special about it, just that very odd texture. So now we'll go for a marshmallow. Wow. That was also unexpected. They're like a little chewy almost. I know sometimes the marshmallows in like Lucky Charm Charms types of cereals are a little bit chewy instead of like being kind of hard and chalky, as I mentioned earlier. But that's not the most common. Sometimes they're just like that. Sometimes they are on the little bit of like there's a bit of a chew to like a normal marshmallow to them. That's also not what I expected. Very interesting. Overall, it tastes like a regular cereal marshmallow though. So yeah, the textures on this are quite interesting. Not at all what I expected. I'd say that's actually a nice surprise though. I don't think that's a bad thing. So there we go. Let's try this with some milk. Make sure we get it all in there. All right, here we go. Let's get some with the marshmallows and the cereal pieces. That's so odd. Now that the milk is added to it, it is actually much more crunchy and the cereal pieces don't just break down and dissolve. That's so odd. I've never had that happen to me before with a cereal. Let's try a marshmallow by itself. And now also with the milk, those kind of hardened up a little bit and they're not so chewy. That's more what I'd expect out of these cereal marshmallows now. That's so weird. All right, well, I'm gonna let this sit a little bit so I can tell you how it is once it's been soaked a bit thoroughly. But so far it tastes not like too much. It tastes kind of like marshmallows just in general, the whole cereal together. You do get a lot of the, you know, cereal grain taste out of the cereal, sort of like Lucky Charms. It does, I guess that's the best way to put it. The cereal pieces themselves do taste a lot more like Lucky Charms cereal pieces, not that the milk's in there. Whereas before it kind of just had a little bit of a marshmallow taste and that was about it. Overall, it's not the most tasty cereal. There's not too much flavor to it in general. It's kind of just like a discount Lucky Charms in a way is the best way to put it, because the cereal pieces have a similar taste. The marshmallows just taste kind of like cereal marshmallows, but because they're so small and there's not too many of them, they kind of don't really come through when you're eating it all together, which is a little bit disappointing. I definitely think at the moment, I'd say Lucky Charms are way better than this. I don't think you should get this over Lucky Charms though. This does just seem to be, you know, as it says right here, a limited thing. So if this is even around anywhere, because I've had this for a few weeks now, I just haven't been able to make this video yet. If it's still around, I don't know. If you liked Lucky Charms, this seems to just be a little fun option to go for. But otherwise, Lucky Charms just seems like the better thing. It doesn't really taste like a Rice Krispie treat sort of marshmallow taste, which is a little disappointing as well, because that's what it smelled like when I first poured it out. Not holding up the best overall. Yeah, overall I'd say it's pretty okay. Lucky Charms is definitely just a lot better than this though. It's holding up okay. It's not too soggy. It's only been here for a few minutes, so I think you'd be fine to just step away for a minute or two if you need to. I find most cereals tend to be like that recently, so that's a good thing, especially if you don't really like super soggy cereal. That usually tends to be more for the, you know, cornflake style cereal. This is not one of those. It hasn't really gotten more flavorful though as it sits in here, so that's another little knock I'd say against this overall. In the end though, Lucky Charms, yes, I'd say Lucky Charms are just better than this. This is a fun little alternative. It's a little bit disappointing that it didn't really taste like a Rice Krispie treat, which is what it smelled like. And there are a lot fewer marshmallows than I were expecting, and they are a bit small. Not bad though. I'd kind of say this is below average overall. It's a fun little thing, you know. Peeps fits the time of year, so it's all right. It's all right. Get it if you like Lucky Charms and just want something a little bit fun. But that's all I got for you today. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have anything that you want to see me try, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.